last time on Harmontown. You guys were breaking and entering the Fel household. You were trying to get inside because the local prior had told you to do so. Diarrhea Jr. climbed in the window and subdued Tom, and everyone broke in the house and started a fire. They went upstairs, and there was Bonnie Fel underneath the bed, stabbing at ankles, shanking at your legs, but you overcame and doused holy water on the demon and purged it from the body of Cliff Fel, the young sick child, saving the day and leaving the family in disarray. You put out the fire and watched as the ghost left the house, seeming to beckon you as it did so. That's where we are.
That's right.
Something like that.
I give... Do I have any money? Yeah, I give them like 4 gold pieces for the trouble.
All right, well, mark it down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I need a pencil. I don't want to write in my sheet.
I only got pens.
I'll mark it on my notes.
All right.
Fel family, I'm not going to pretend we did everything right with your situation. We rolled in, we improvised. There was collateral damage. But your son's no longer ghostified, and we're gonna continue to try to make this countryside safe for good people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, that ghost outside that just left Cliff's body is beckoning us. I said we follow that ghost.
We're gonna follow Archer's ghost.
I'm already
That's your
following
other,
the ghost, right?
dead son,
That's true.
and we can't hurt him. So
daughter.
Don't worry.
Is it Archer's
Daughter?
ghost that
Wait,
we're
what?
following? The demon's dead, right?
What?
Did the demon get killed? Because Archer's...
Oh, yeah, the demon got killed.
Okay, so we're following Archer's ghost, the dead son, right now.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Daughter.
It's a daughter.
Daughter, sorry. Archer's a daughter?
Yeah.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
All right. It is to Archer.
You're
Yeah.
right. It's not a big deal, Tom
Right.
Fel.
Tom
Good on
Fel's-
you.
Tom Fel's unconscious.
All right, so...
and yet woke.
So we run downstairs, or I run downstairs, and go off in pursuit of the ghost.
Yep.
All right. It seems to be going a bit north towards the edge of town, the location of the graveyard.
Even though I don't need it because we're following a ghost, I use no direction so I can discern north.
Oh, it's that way.
All right. I just wanted to use that.
Is that a level 0 spell?
Yes.
Good.
While we're walking, notes, diarrhea. How do you think that went down? What did we do right? How can we avoid?
I wasn't, I got caught up in the moment, and I wasn't really paying attention to what you guys were doing.
Woody woodpeckers are...
I'm really ashamed of myself, and I let fear take over. I should have just talked to that woman before acting so violently,
Man.
It wasn't very churchly of me.
Well, we're a different kind of church.
We're part of the church militant. We're out here to kick butt and take...
Diarrhea. I think that it's great. I mean, this is what it's all about. It's about penitence after the fact. Like, it's not whether you make mistakes. It's about how you repair. So good job. Like, I'll tell you what I did wrong. Everything. Like, I ran my mouth. I thought I ran upstairs when I shouldn't have. I went in there. It's just like I gotta hang back and I gotta slow my roll. I haven't been out of the place that I was before the adventure started in a while.
During this, I'm taking some cloth and bandaging up my sliced ankles, and I also use some cloth to bandage DJ up too.
All right.
Thanks.
You succeed at that.
But it's never too late to start fresh. That's what I wanted to say to you guys.
I say we start. Let's say we got off to a bouncy start, but now mistakes were made, lessons were learned. Let's be professional about this. Let's look under every bed and every room we go into from now on.
And let's also, let's when we encounter other people, let's not assume that they're monsters and that they're hiding something. I'm talking to myself. I think that the Silver Flame is shining on us in a world where a bouncy mission can result in a child being freed of an evil spirit. There were no
That was beautiful.
There were no deaths on that.
That was beautiful. Did the ghost just leave, or are we still
We're
following
following
that ghost?
him, right?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
following.
we're walking.
It's like a
That was a
hot air
walk and
balloon.
talk.
Yeah.
That was a walk
That was a
and
walk and talk,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
How close are we to the graveyard?
Oh man, you're there.
Oh,
All right. The graveyard's on the edge of this forest. The forest stands thick and imposing. It looms over the buildings of the tiny town, kind of like an ominous horizon of clouds. There's air coming from the forest. It feels a bit more fresh than like the stale town air. But you make your way to the graveyard. It's a little rickety graveyard for a small little town, but there's a lot of graves in it, more than you'd expect for a town of this size, which is about 10 people conservatively. It's a little graveyard just full of graves. You see some graves. Yeah.
I examined the dates of the deceased.
Oh, there's no dates. It's as if someone didn't write them down.
I have no idea when these people died.
Maybe they didn't want us to know.
Well, do you think we could tell just from looking at the freshness of the graves, like, what's the ratio of fresh graves to old graves?
You see, there's maybe about 3 graves that seem pretty fresh, like less than a month fresh.
Where did the ghost go?
The ghost, it went over to the thing, and it went like above the graveyard, and it kind of faded out and went.
So it didn't go to any specific grave.
Not at the moment.
Do you think it was mad at us, that sound? Do you think that's the sound of it leaving, or do you think it was like...
I think you're projecting. I think ghosts make weird, scary sounds. That's what ghosts do. I think
Okay.
You're being needlessly,
Oh, at the same time, dawn is starting to break. You've been up all night.
I go over and read the names on the graves of those freshest ones.
All right. The freshest ones. The freshest ones are okay. Ving Rames, Blazin Bazin, and Archer Fel. Those are the 3 graves that seem freshest.
Guys, we need to focus on this Ving Rhames character. Who
was the second one, I'm
recently
sorry?
died, by the way.
Like within a month?
Well, I don't know.
Wait, who was the second name after Ving Rhames before Archer?
Blazin Bazin.
Blazing. He was related to Jerry Lewis, I think. Blazing Bazin.
I thought, like, didn't Def Leppard write songs about him?
Blazing Bazin, Blazing, Blazing.
Okay.
I think we might want to examine the grave of Archer and maybe see how he died.
Sure.
Do some forensics.
Should I take my shovel out and dig?
Well, let's.
Oh yeah, you have a shovel. Sorry.
Well, let's before we do that, because I mean, I feel like we're in the black with the family. Or, let's just read the headstone. It's a regular headstone.
Yeah, it says Archer Fel.
That's all.
It's regular. Yeah.
All right, dig it up.
Dig it up.
Look, I want to do right by you guys. Sometimes I might suggest a stupid thing. You just gotta tell me, all right? I'm gonna dig up this grave, though. I take out my foldable shovel, fold it out, start digging.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Great. You dig a hole in the ground. You dig and you find the coffin, the wooden cheap coffin, the coffin of a peasant. It has what do you call it? Like you see slightly curved scuff marks, divots on it, like things have been hitting the outside of the coffin recently.
Do you guys see those marks? Is that normal marks for when you put the...
Wait, describe the marks again, sorry?
They seem like shovel marks.
I compare the shovel head of Diarrhea Junior's shovel.
It matches up perfect. No, it's a different shovel. It's a more worksman shovel. Steve's shovel is like a little trenching shovel. It's kind of like a little compact.
I'm sure he.
Yeah.
But it lets him achieve great speeds.
Yeah, I'm sure you use it very well.
Yeah.
But that's important. I mean, this is we just exhumed we're re-exhuming a grave.
Yeah.
That's data.
It's not open though, right?
It's mostly still covered. You're just seeing it'll take some work if you want to get the coffin out of the ground.
I start helping dig around and get the coffin.
All right. Well, what's your goal? Do you want to get the coffin out of the ground or just into an openable state, or what are you trying to do?
Openable state.
Okay. All right. You do that. You get the lid off, and you notice that most of the nails are gone, and inside you just see the corpse of a dog. It's like a rotting dog.
What?
This is fucked up.
I call out to Archer if Archer's spirit is still present. Archer, are you here?
You get no response.
All right.
Oh, at this point, it's say about 8 in the morning. It's past dawn because it takes a while to dig up a grave.
Guys, it takes a community to... What? No, that's just because that's a...
It takes a Rick and a Morty.
For 6 seasons, we have... it takes... I'm going to cut to the end of
Only great minds.
What I'm going to say. It's morning. I think we should cover this back up as quickly as possible, and because the rest of our mission is going to have to do with finding facts from people that might not be willing to talk to us.
Right. Okay. I just examined the dog and the rest of the coffin to see if there's anything interesting on the like a collar identifying it or anything like that.
No, nothing on the dog or anything.
And nothing else in the coffin besides the corpse of the dog.
No, there's nothing remaining. It just seems kind of like it was disturbed a little bit. You know?
So they took this body out for some nefarious magic and left a dog in its place.
How old? I mean, how long do you think this dog has been buried here?
The dog seems like it's been rotting for a while. Like it seems mostly decayed, like it was decaying before they tossed it in.
There's another scenario that involves 2 exhumations, the second being ours, is that the dog was put in the coffin for weight as part of a fake funeral. The boy was never in it. And then... The girl. I don't see gender. And that either the family or maybe the other family that was burnt to death or who knows, got suspicious, dug it up, found out the truth, paid for it with their life. I mean, there's that scenario too.
Should we dig up Ving Rhames or should we just leave it?
I think
you're right. You want to go ahead into town? It's morning.
Yeah, well, let's put the diarrhea, rebury this coffin.
Well,
okay.
we could probably all chip in. You know, many hands make quick
well,
work.
I don't have any move dirt spells.
That's okay.
Why don't you cast use hands?
I start burying the dog again.
I help.
Oh, all right.
All right, yeah.
I cast detect high road. I help too. It's an opportunity to. I believe that strenuous labor is a punishment that will make me purer.
You believe that. All right, you do the thing. It's buried. It looks pretty fresh, but what are you going to do, right?
I think I'm going to make it look a little fresher. Maybe put some pitchforks on the... Okay. So my
From
references
school?
are... Yeah, I just need to die.
Was that the pitchforks are straight reference?
Yeah, it's the idea of freshness as urban culture from the 80s.
Right. That's a pretty deep cut, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's head into town and start asking some questions, you guys. Maybe get something to eat. We haven't eaten for a while.
I know. And we just did a lot of calorie burning, reburying that dead dog.
Why don't we go back, get our wagon, take it into town?
Is that a euphemism for eating? Oh, we have an actual wagon.
We had our wagon that we just left.
Yeah,
out.
you hid it somewhere on the Fel farm or near the Fel farm before you first went in.
It's back at the farm. Kind of crazy. Walk back, get in the wagon, then ride back to where we are.
Yeah, but they're going to find our wagon and they're going to fuck this wagon. These guys are assholes. They're going to fuck up our wagon.
You think Tom Fell's going to fuck up our wagon?
Why take the body of a dead child?
Oh, Steve, we're hungry.
How far a walk is it into town?
Yeah, a couple minutes. You're pretty close. It's a small town.
Can I answer that question? Given that as a cleric, I am like the bulk of my skills are knowledge categories. One of which is knowledge of Arcana. Mm-hmm. You know, like, do I have an answer to that question? What would you typically do, assuming necromancy, possibly with a dead kid? Like why would you want a dead kid?
Okay.
What are they good for?
What's your knowledge Arcana or knowledge religion?
Oh, well, it's just checked off. I don't. It would be.
What's your wisdom?
Knowledge Arcana. It would be intelligence. That's what it says.
Okay. What's your intelligence?
7.
Ooh. Necromancy.
So I don't really have knowledge of Arcana.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of a Cliff Clavin about it.
I've got a +4 Arcana knowledge.
Okay, well,
and I have what's my intelligence? I have a 16 intelligence too. So
great.
Nice. Well,
why don't you take 5?
Because I don't know what 5 is. I'll take a bunch.
What were those numbers again, Jeff?
16 intelligence and a +4 knowledge Arcana.
Okay. All right. Dan, you realize that necromancy is a branch of magic involving death. Jeff, you realize that the flesh of the living, especially of innocents, can be used as a powerful magical reagent.
The what of the youthful? What?
Just the flesh.
Okay. Oh.
Only the flesh.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, Carlos, you did real good there, by the way. Bang up job. But sometimes they use the flesh of children. It's a very powerful magical agent. So they might be using that for some of their spells.
That's brutal.
Who?
It's enough to make a kid haunt the world.
I wonder what they're trying to reanimate.
Reanimate?
Isn't that what you said?
You said reagent.
Reagent means like magical catalyst.
Got it.
Or something.
Look, I'm only a 12 intelligence, so
Smarter than me.
All right, let's walk into town, boys.
Let's get breakfast.
What are you guys hungry for?
Well, certainly not dog.
It's in the way that you use it. All right. The town is not like a big town. It's literally like 6 or 7 buildings. You see a building that looks kind of like a half dome, like made out of clay. You see a couple buildings that just look like little small wooden buildings. One of them has 2 stories. The other one has 1 story. You see like the 1-story building has a little garden outside of it. And then there's just 2 more regular looking homes. And then another farmhouse other than Tom's. And then there's the church. So.
And then there's a big concrete building with a giant fiberglass hot dog on top of it.
Yeah, the KFC.
So there's no signage that would indicate like inns,
Taverns,
hotels,
bistros,
boutiques,
charcuterie,
je ne sais quoi.
Systematic. Been waiting for a half hour to say that.
There's not a lot of signs, but as you enter, you kind of walk towards the center of town, which is like a little hill. You see one of the only signs you've seen so far, which is a sign that just says Dairy Hill. And there's like a tree on the top of the hill, and you see a woman kind of just standing around, just looking around, and then she sits on the ground, except then she sees you, so she stands back up.
Okay. Maybe she has some cheese.
What?
Dairy.
Oh, it's spelled Derry.
Oh. All right. Well, maybe she probably knows good spots for breakfast.
We should go up there to Dairy Hill.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo. I don't say yoo-hoo.
Oh, yoo-hoo. Yeah, Carlos, you're kind of the mouthpiece. Why don't you go make her acquaintance?
All right. Young woman.
Hey, you're new here, right? Who are you? You look churchly.
I'm Carlos, the unimaginative and the inarticulate. I'm from the Church of the Silver Flame. Yes, I'm new here. You have me at an advantage.
I'm Rhonda.
You're Rhonda?
Rhonda.
Rhonda?
Of the Watch.
What do
I
you...
keep watch.
Over...
The town. Someone's got to do it.
What do you watch for?
Trouble.
Seen any?
Well, lately. No, just recently there's been a lot of livestock being mutilated and murdered. Like 3 or 4 cows by now. It's been ramping up. It's a lot. You know, you lose a cow, that's almost, your whole livelihood.
We passed
gone.
a couple cows and an old guy out in the field recently. Those cows seem to be doing all right.
Yeah. Any dogs missing?
Not that I can think of, but I don't really keep track. There's just, wild dogs sometimes come in and out of town. They're real trouble.
So
but
you're not a watchdog.
no, I do watch
You don't
dogs.
You do watch dogs. Oh, I thought you. Never mind.
Sorry.
I go back to where I was standing before I walked up and said that.
So livestock gone missing, huh?
Well, being mutilated. We found it.
Oh, can you take me to some of them?
Oh yeah. She takes you to Tom Fell's farm.
Oh shit! Scene of the crime.
They're not going to give us any food here.
I thought I would have stopped her halfway through this journey, but here we are. Just kind of like got lost in thought. And
you don't have to. You could stop. We don't have to go all the way.
are you taking us to Tom Fell's farm?
I say we are doing that right before we leave.
So is the bulk of the strangeness happening at Tom Fell's farm?
Well, I'd say maybe half of the cows that are killed were his, but that's because we basically have 2 farmers.
So he's
Who's
getting
the other farmer?
Donovan Menil.
Where does he live?
Over there.
Do they have a business rivalry?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't ever really thought about it, to be honest. But they must.
I mean, they can't be price fixing. That would be a violation of antitrust legislation. They're supposed to compete with each other, unlike airlines.
Who makes a better breakfast burrito? Because Carlos, he loves those breakfast burritos.
Well, we don't really do food service here. Like, I got some cheese. You want some cheese?
We'll eat that while you take us to Darren McLaren's farm.
Donovan.
Who?
He means Donovan Menil.
Menil, of course.
Yeah, you wrote down that strap-on site, too.
All right. The Menil house is pretty close. It's right there. You're right there.
I think we've given the Fel family enough business for one 24-hour period. Let's go to Donovan's house.
Donovan answers the door. He seems to be in a weird mood. He's like, "What do you guys want? I'm busy."
Here to help with your cattle problem.
Oh, it's not my problem. That's just the life of a farmer, my man.
Word around town is your cattle problems are nothing normal at all.
Well, normal's what you make of it in a world with ghosts and demons and monsters and stuff. Like, cattle mutilations are shitty, but it's just part of being a farmer. I mean, I lost a couple cattle here or there, but you don't see me making a big stink of it. Not like Tom Fel bitching and moaning, like his kid getting sick, some big deal. Kids get sick. My kid got sick. It just happened. I didn't go bitching around. He got better. It's fine.
Did the ghosts and demons mutilate your cows?
What? No, probably not. I mean, well, let's just say no.
I mean, I guess it's time to sense motive.
You sense that he doesn't like Tom.
I try my sense motive on him as well.
What's your
Perception?
perception, which
10.
is wisdom? Not wisdom, not perception, sorry.
19 is my wisdom.
All right. All right. You sense that he's mad at Tom, like he doesn't like him or something.
You do it too. I just want everyone to gather around him and
I don't have
stare at him.
Steve, do you
I don't have sense motive,
don't
but
have
I'll
sense motive.
stare at him.
Okay. Wait, are you going to try to sense his motive, though? You could do it without it being a class skill.
Yeah, fuck
You're just not as good.
I sense motive.
All right. He seems hungry.
I offer him some. I offer him some snacks.
Wait. We've just been digging up and reburying a dog for 6 hours, and you've been holding out snacks? You offer it to this asshole?
He's giving him to him because he misperceived him as hungry.
I mean,
What kind of snacks do you have?
Hey, I get in front.
Yeah.
I get in between them and say, "You'll get snacks when we start getting some information, Jack."
Yeah. I want to see a mutilated cow, or you don't see a cheese stick.
I don't have any. Mine are all butchered. You know, I got the meat. It's fine meat.
So
Gross.
you have no complaints other than the fact that you live in a crazy time and place with ghosty activities and stuff.
I got complaints, but you don't see me complaining about them.
I go around and do a slow finger dust check.
Oh man, there's a lot of dust.
Yeah, and I give him kind of a jaundiced eye about the amount of dust.
He returns the jaundiced eye.
Sir, do you mind if I come inside your home?
Oh, it's a bit dirty, but yeah, come on in.
I examine the house, look under furniture for knife ladies.
You see no knife ladies.
I take out my magnifying glass and just start looking around through it like Sherlock Holmes.
Hey, Menil's like, what are you doing, man? What are you trying to pull right now? I thought you just wanted to get into my house.
Tell you the truth, sir. We've come to this town, and nobody really wants to tell us much of anything. All anybody knows is that everything's gone pear-shaped.
Yeah. Hey, Donovan. By the way, too bad about your dog.
What are you talking about?
Shot in the dark.
Well, I gotta commend you. That seemed very brave.
Did your dog die recently or disappear?
Nah, there's wild dogs that come in and out, but I don't care too much about them.
All right, I go back to dust.
I'll lay my cards on the table. I'm not a politician. The church is run by those fucks.
And it's 10:01 p.m.
Oh,
our
True.
time.
oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll make my question
Hilarious.
climactic.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
8:45 in game.
All I want to say is, we come to this town, we're getting the runaround,
Right.
and what you are is someone who's going to do one of two things: be like everyone else, or be the person that's different. If you're the person that's different, we can start to unravel this whole thing. We can get justice for your family. We can
could be a
return
hero.
things.
Justice for my family.
Just for one day.
My family's great,
Did I say justice for your family?
I think.
I just meant like justice in the sense of like
Would
you
it
work
make
hard.
Would it make you feel better if we told you we destroyed Tom Fell's house and we punched his kid in the face?
He takes the snacks from you and is like, you know what, diarrhea, you're all right.
Cliffhanger!